Kevin Harlan, friend of the station, always goes on the KMC Masterpiece. He is the play-by-play voice of the West Finals. He went on KNBR yesterday in the city. And he said, I hear that Luka is sick today. Now, he went on yesterday, so just keep this in mind, of course. Game 1 was on game 1 was on what day? I'm losing track of my days. It was on Wednesday. So Kevin Harlan said, I hear that Luka is sick today. I guess he was up most of the night and ill. I've heard it now from 2 different people, so I'm assuming it's probably true. And Harlan went on to clarify his 2 sources, not part of the Warriors, not part of the Mavericks organization, but he said the body language that he showed, just the zest that he showed in Game 7 in Phoenix, was not there in Game 1. And I'm not sure if perhaps he was a little bit under the weather during the game. He didn't play like he played in the Sun series, that's for sure, and he needed every ounce of what he gives them, and that was not apparent. So there's Kevin Harlan throwing it out there that well done with the Chiafalo question about Stan Van Gundy. So there's Kevin Harlan throwing it out there that Luka may not be feeling well. Don't know if he wasn't feeling well during Game 1. Don't know what his status and feeling is as of this morning, but just factor that in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he is feeling well now, and that was the reason. Maybe this is just somebody getting word from somebody who got word from somebody to deflect from a poor game.
Look, the biggest thing is, let's just hope that he's good right now. If he was sick during Game 1, okay, it makes me feel like a tiny bit better. It doesn't excuse, not excuse, it doesn't give the Mavs an excuse in saying that's why we lost the game. They got whooped, and Golden State was just quicker and faster. Some people were wondering, Kevin Gray, Mavs Insider, will join us at 7:20 this morning. Some people were wondering if the Mavs were tired. And, of course, if you're sick, you're going to be a little bit more lackadaisical and slow out there. So we'll see. You know, I'm sitting there asking myself, did Luka have his usual fire? Was he sitting there going at people? Well, no, but they were also losing throughout the game. So it's kind of hard to sit there and get fired up when you're losing by double digits much of the night.
Yeah, it is hard to get fired up. I mean, your body language is going to be dejected, you're demoralized. There are a couple things that you could take, I guess. You know, if you lose by, and I think you might see this with the Heat.
And of course, this is a game where he had more turnovers than field goals. He had 7 turnovers and 6 made field goals, shot a career worst 16% on contested attempts from the floor. So right there you would be like, well, look, if he's shooting against contested attempts, that's credit to the Warriors defense. Yeah. That's not necessarily a sick stat to me.
No, but like think of it this way. You know, there are some teams that, you know, when they lose a game, they get really down. You know, to me, when Luka gets blown out and embarrassed, he's got that weird little like, okay, like game on thing now. I think Miami, you might see it with them. You know, they lost by like 4 last night, 3 or 4 points. You know, it's one thing. You get embarrassed on your home floor, you come out a little bit different. And maybe he does. Maybe he does. Maybe that lights a fire. But then again, it's like that goes against everything I believe in, because it's like, what, you mean his fire wasn't lit in Game 1? Am I really going to tell myself that Luka wasn't up for Game 1? Are we really going to believe that?
No, but it makes sense with teams like Golden State against Memphis, right?
You have down games.
There's no way when John Morant got hurt that I agree with you. It shouldn't make any sense, right? It's like, let's close them out. Otherwise, when you extend the series, you have injuries. There's no way that Golden State didn't take it easier for summer. And then you have to have like 5 to 10 guys take it easy. It's something like runs through a team, and you know, they obviously had to take it easy to be down 55 points against Memphis, or even win by 3 points in Golden State at home. So I just think it's a I hate using the word mindset, but
but it is.
You ease off.
There's sports. There's mindsets in sports. There's
it's like a golfer.
Mental game.
If you're up 6, still you need to go watch your boy, the Greg Norman 30 for 30. When you're up 6, final day.
Bust out the irons, man.
You got to sit there and be like, am I going to go conservative here? Do I need to just continue with the aggressive approach? And then your driver gets you in trouble and you end up in the water and you're playing not to lose. All those things happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was the beer at lunch on the trucker.com text line. It was beer at lunch. That's what did it. What if the scratch on his face had poison in it? That could have been it. That could have been another thing. There you go. It's possible. Luka should have had 10 assists in the first quarter. Nobody can make a wide open three.
Yes. More than a half hour after practice ended yesterday, he was sitting there in the courtside seats, not with a beer, but he was watching Real Madrid in the EuroLeague Final Four. So Luka was taking that in.
And now where Mbappe is going to sign? Is that what we heard?
Don't ask me questions like that. I have no idea. Stats leading into game 2. Mavericks, 6th team in NBA history with 3 20-point wins and 3 20-point losses in a single postseason. That's what we were talking about 24 hours ago. This is their formula. It's going to be do or die. You live and you die by the 3-point shots that they take. And RJ and I both said keep firing them up. Don't care if the attempts are in the 40s. That's a major reason why they got here, so keep it going. By the way, none of the previous 5 teams that had 3 20-point wins and 3 20-point losses, none of the previous 5 teams won a championship. 82 Sixers, 96 Sonics, Gary Payton and Sean Kemp against MJ, 2010 Celtics, 2016 Warriors, 2017 Spurs. So that is not the most positive omen for the Mavericks. Luka, again, more turnovers than field goals for the first time in his playoff career. And Golden State has won 13 straight best-of-7 series after winning game 1. They've won 13 straight series. 4th longest streak in NBA history. The 2nd longest active streak behind the Lakers. And they've won 19 of 20 series, up 1-0 in the Steve Kerr era.